Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Matt Johnson. We're back with another episode of Real Estate Uncensored. This is the place where you get actionable ideas, insight, and inspiration to turn your real estate career into a life of freedom. We've got an awesome guest with us today. We're going to talk about how he drives anywhere from 30 to 50, 60 people, even as many as 90 people through an open house. Like, holy cow. We're going to talk about all the other cool stuff that he's doing to market himself, but we're going to really dive into his open house strategy. So we'll bring him in a second. It's going to be an awesome, awesome episode. But in the meantime, the Junior Grand Master is in the house, and he's actually in the office. He is fully dressed. He's fully hygiened, like he's got his hair slicked back. And
you've been so butthurt that I have not been doing that. You're like, really the baseball hat again? I'm like, yeah, player, the baseball hat. I'm sitting at my house. What do you want me to do? I'm not going to get dressed up for you, player. But usually I have a rant or something like that. I usually go off the rails on. But today I got to tell you something. I am more honored and blessed and humbled by the conversations I've had with a couple of folks today. I'll go off on this a little bit more, but Sandy and Larry out of Hawaii, they sent me an incredibly kind text, just talking about how much our show has blessed them and how much it's helped their business grow. I had a chance to sit down with Sue, Jamil, and Ramez. I'm sorry, dude, if I butchered that shit. Seriously. Down at their office for about an hour and a half, had an impromptu conversation, had to, drop in and surprise Jamil that he didn't know I was coming down. I've known Jamil for quite a while. Mm-hmm. And then, I talked to Sylvia, did an in-person call with her, or a McDaniel challenge with her yesterday. And just, she explained and expressed how much impact this show has had on her business. And it's just incredibly honoring you guys. Thank you for watching our show. Thank you for really hanging out with us. And Matt and I do what we love because we want to see you guys grow. And you'll see me talk about this later, but I'm getting to realize how much of an impact we're having on people's lives for the better. And so I'm just humbled, guys. I just want to tell you that. And it's really, really made my day to hear that. So guys, keep them coming. And we'll get into the McDaniel challenge a little bit later. So now that I've been on all deep and shit, let's get back to having fun, Johnson. Real meat back here. Jeez,
and for that, let's bring in our special guest who we met through Brian Casella, who's a great former guest on the show. So this is David Pannell from Fort Worth. David, what's up, man?
How's it going, guys? Yeah.
What up, Pimp?
Dave Pannell. Been in the business 11 years and just trying to build a team now. Not trying to do it all alone.
Didn't you just fire 2 of your teammates?
Yeah. Well, a mutual agreement and then an admin that wasn't working out. So
but hey, you know what? But I mean, I'm picking on you for that. But on all honesty, what you did, David, was the smartest thing you could possibly do. You hire fast and fire even faster because the shit ain't working, man. You got to dump it, run.
Right.
It's like dating a dumb chick. You can't do that.
I used to do that on the third date.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So tell us, in light of the recent, shall we say, machinations or recent changes, what does your team look like, and kind of what's your specialty? What do you really like, and what kind of clients do you typically work with?
Well, I am hiring.
There you go. But
that's the plug.
Listen to the sound of our voice in Dallas or Fort Worth, reach out to David.
Yeah. No. I tend to care too much about my realtors, so I want to bring someone in that's going to actually bring value and probably create the opportunity around the opportunity I've already established over the last 10 years through the name and the branding and the company that we do have.
Yeah. So, very, very powerful. You got to protect that 100%.
Right. Exactly.
You're only as good as your weakest link, and if that weakest link is damaging your brand and something you built, dude, bitch, you got to go.
Right.
And don't be hesitant about it, especially if it's your cousin. I mean, then that shit gets weird at Christmas.
No friends or family anymore.
I played that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. No kidding.
And I'm going through that initial process of hiring people, so it's I'm getting used to that. Getting used to, hey, you're not working out. I need to find someone else.
Yeah. It's hard, man. It's a hard conversation to have with someone.
Yeah.
It sucks. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So much easier when you just go radio silent and not text them back, but
passive aggressive and shit.
So you can only get away with that up until the third date, and then that gets, you can't really do it. Beyond that, I mean, you have to at least do a phone call, or heaven forbid, take them out to a dessert place so you don't have to buy them an entire meal. But that's anyway.
Or just take them down to a bar, get them sauced up, and be like, yeah, chick, ain't working. I gotta go. And you got the bill.
Exactly. Hey, would you like to grab like some dessert with me at Splitsville? Don't worry about the name. It's called that because they have amazing banana splits. But just meet me there at like 10 a.m. ish or whatever.
Splitsville. Oh my God.
Get them an Uber on the way.
You're called your Uber 20 minutes ahead of time. Meet me outside at 11:05.
Exactly.
I'll pay the early arrival.
I'm gonna be the guy that's running, so I need you to don't stop, don't just slow to
Open the
about
door.
10 miles an hour and open the door as you go past.
Yeah.
Well, you live in Texas, man. Everybody carries guns down there. Maybe get a big truck or like a second Uber to do like block and cover so that when they start blasting, you can jump into your Prius and bounce out.
You got to do something. All the girls are carrying, so yeah.
All the girls are carrying. Okay. All right, this has gone down a horrible track. We're gonna lose all of our female viewers. Okay, so there was a question on the lead gen scripts and objections Facebook group that caught my eye that I want to bring to you guys. And if you guys aren't members already, go check out the group. It's Aaron Wittenstein's group. It's awesome. It's almost at 30,000 members. Go help us tip over that group into 30,000. So anyway, Bob Van Duzen said, "Hi, do you leave a message if you can't get a hold of an expired, or do you just keep dialing? And if you do leave a message, what is it?" So David, what say you on that? I know you do some expireds, that not as much as not as big as in Greg's market there, so he doesn't have a lot of experience. Do you leave messages typically?
Absolutely. I always love leaving a message because it gives the intent of the phone call. They already know other agents are calling them, so I'm very clear about my name, where I work, and what I can do for them. But it's actually I have it written. I just say, "Hey, this is Dave Pannell. I'm calling about your house," and I act very curious about on the message. Say, "Hey, I was just wondering if that house is still available, and if you're wanting to still sell the house," and that's all I leave, and I hang up. But yeah, it's the intent of the call, so that when I do get a call back, we could have a conversation about what we need to talk about.
Gotcha.
But I'm calling them back that afternoon, and I'm calling them 3 or 4 more times over the next week. And if I can't get a hold of them, I'll delete them at that point. Yeah, or no, I won't delete them, but I'll put them into all the expired and call them when I'm bored on a Saturday.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, do you okay, so you've got kind of a formal way to do that. Like, how far back do you go? Do you just keep just throw them into a hopper and just run through them all, make 50, 60 calls at a time on a Saturday? Like, how do you do that?
Yeah, like 2 weeks ago, I did 250 calls. I just sat here and let it ring and worked on some other things. So
what are you using for a dialer?
Using the Espresso Agent.
Espresso. Now that's about half the price of like Vulcan or something like that, right?
Right. But I'm getting to the point where I like to I need a 3-line dialer now. I'm getting used to it now. It's been over a year. I need to increase my calls per hour.
Dude, I'm doing that right now, and Midori's or a newer agent, you can see the back of her head right here. She did 450 some odd calls today doing the triple line dialer. I mean, we're seeing that we can do about 200 calls an hour on with 3 lines at 4 rings. That's reduced to 175, 155, somewhere in there, with 3 lines, 5 rings, but like a 17-18% connectivity rate on those calls.
How much percentage?
What?
How much percentage connectivity?
17% we're seeing holding pretty strong at the 5 rings, 3 lines.
Nice.
Yeah, it's blowing my mind. So I'm going to go to a 6 rings this week and kind of see what our connectivity rate is there. So it's very interesting to keep watching this stuff.
Wow.
You'll be amazed by what you're going to get out of this.
Okay, nice. I think I've seen you on a few calls on other things. So
we're going to be doing it today. I'll be going live about 4:30 or so and doing my calls and just knocking it out of the park. I've been about a week with not doing it, so I'm itching to get back on the camera.
Good. Yeah.
Very cool. And David, for you, but obviously we'll get in the open house stuff. But what's I know you pretty much focus just on the listing side for yourself personally, right? And where's the majority of your listing business coming from as far as lead gen?
Believe it or not, it's a lot of database past clients and a lot of filtering through Facebook leads. And
interesting.
Just being present online. Being present online.
Interesting.
Now, are you doing Facebook Lives yet for Facebook to generate business and showcasing different areas of DFW or different houses, different marketplaces, anything like that yet?
Yes, we do. We started doing the open houses. I haven't got it to where I did a door knocking thing before the open house about 2 weekends ago. And so that was fun, just walking around about 50 homes and door knocking them. And,
that's awesome.
Having other people watch you do that work because they automatically assume that you're the aggressive agent, and that's what I like.
Yeah. When
know?
then they see that you're passive
oh.
and you're a normal human and you respect people's time and energy in their household and blah, blah,
Right.
blah. And they don't yell at you. They don't pull guns on you, which I've actually had done to me.
Wow.
And that was interesting. And I'm in California. We're not supposed to own guns out here. But, you see how valuable and how empowering it can be to go out and just do the simple stuff and make a connection with a human being.
Yeah. Phone calls and connections. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
so
very cool.
You want to do, want me to handle that script? Because we got Dave's point of view.
Yeah, let's talk about so what are the messages that you leave? Speaking of the dialer, what's that message? Well, first of all, what's the message that you're dropping when they just flat out don't pick up?
It's going to be very, very simple to what the message is that I actually say when I actually talk to the people. So, hey, everybody, this is Greg McDaniel with the McDaniel Callahan real estate team. I'm calling around today to quickly let you know a home just, listed, just sold, just went expired or whatever else in the neighborhood. Well, this is just expired. So I would call them and say, hey, who I am, where I'm from, why I'm calling. I know this is your home that it expired. I was wondering if you folks are still thinking about selling your home or if you folks are just going to take it off the market and maybe sell it down the road. When you get an opportunity, please let me know. We have a very large team here in the area. I know maybe one of our team members may have a buyer that might be a good fit. If you're still thinking of selling, please give me a ring back at blah, 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 blah. Let's talk. And then they'll call me back and I'll talk to them. And if it's not a fit, I tell them, you know what? We don't have any buyers for you right now. I'd love to put you in a drip and let's keep you up to date on what the value of your home is so that when the right time does come along, and because we do meet a lot of folks that maybe next Sunday I might meet the right buyer for your home. I'd love to just kind of keep you in the back of my mind. Basically, it's just I'm building a rapport, building a relationship. I called it an expired last year and she's like, did you know my home is expired? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, who do you work with? And all the questions and everything else. But I said, hey, look, I really do have a buyer that's going to fit. And I brought a buyer over and she really liked me and we've stayed in contact. And I actually got to follow up with her. Thank you.
That is such a perfect Greg moment right there.
And
then you write it down on one of your 7 legal pads. Oh my God, that was such a perfect encapsulation of everything that I deal with on a daily basis.
Ooh,
that
squirrel.
was hilarious. All right, so anyway,
I think we're on the same program with legal pads.
Oh man, I have 2 right now. I have my new one and the one I have on my last page, which I'm mourning its death because it has so much good content into it. Now I have to go search back through it, then I have to transfer over the new one. Oh, the laborious process.
Yeah, you should mail it somewhere in like Bangladesh and have somebody scan it and type all of your notes in. Just airmail it there. Anyway,
they can't read Gregism.
I know it's very tough. They may have to contact you anyway. So
Dave, for the decoder ring.
Yeah. Let's talk about the handwritten notes because I know this is a big part of your process and a lot of your business comes from database and stuff like that. So what's your process and who are you sending the notes to? How do you work it into your day and just get that stuff done with all the other stuff you got going on?
Well, it's just the point where you want to have those touches and it's so much easier for no one sending somebody a thank you card or even a $5 Starbucks card every once in a while, just something in the mail. It came across from a guy down in Austin that was in a coaching program. He does 10 a day. So after I heard that, I was like, that's easy. I can do 10 a day. So that's one of the last things I do. At the end of the day, I'll just, whoever was on my follow-up for a reminder for my personal circle, I already have the envelopes and I just throw in the mail.
Nice.
Yeah. Just something, hey, just think of you, blah, 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 whatever. What's on your mind, what they're doing on Facebook or the last conversation you had, just follow up with them. Just stay in touch with them.
Yeah.
Here's 5 business cards here. Just kidding.
But you're not. Man, I love that. In case you happen to lose all 4, here's a 5th. This is a reserve.
What's that heading?
That's actually an old script that we used to use quite a bit. We would do this. We would hand people, all right, and then we do this with a big joke, right? Here are 2 cards, one for you to lose and one for you to hang on to.
That's awesome.
And people would laugh about it and they get a kick out of it and they'd be like, yeah, we lose them all the time. Yeah, my husband's a klutz or whatever they're going to say. But what we do is we take our thank you cards that have our brand on them. We write a little custom thing inside.
Nice.
And then we have, thank you for referrals on the back. We put multiple cards on the interior. And then we have custom return labels with our brand on it. And then we have like a little gift card to a local steakhouse that we put in there with our brand on it. So there's actually 5 brand touches with 1 thank you card. And I started sending out thank you cards. And again, I'm just a real estate agent, and I totally stopped doing it because it works so well. And I was sending 5 thank you cards out a day. And yeah, it took some time, but man up, bitches. This isn't going to hurt you to write a couple of cards, which I'm actually digressing here really quickly. I seriously think that cursive is going to be a code way to send codes back and forth between different countries and different people, because cursive is so freaking hard to read. I mean, my grandma writes me a note and I'm like, shit, what's Gam Gam saying? I can't read this, Mom. Something like that. But it doesn't matter if you have chicken scratch for handwriting, guys. It's still the
cursive is going to be a secret way that when the young people try to take over the world, that we can run the resistance, and we can send notes back and forth to each other.
Run the resistance.
The youngins won't be able to read it.
Wait, this isn't an emoji? Shit, I can't decipher. It's not an emoji.
Exactly.
It's crazy though. When I receive stuff like that, I'm thinking of them for 7-8 days after I get that dang card in the mail.
Dude, I have I have 2 of these cards. I have 2 cards right here that people sent in their own handwriting. Had a hard time reading them, but it was very thoughtful.
Yeah, and I don't throw them away.
But it's a thought that counts. No, and you can't throw them away. It makes you a horrible person.
It's like you going over the trash can. It's like it comes back to you like a magnet.
It is like they're gonna know I'm a dick. They're gonna know I can't.
Yes.
They're gonna call me like
cosmically,
yeah. Can you reread that one?
Like, hey, did you get that? So on my handwritten note, there was a 6-digit code number to download and receive $1,000 free off of it. They're like, what? What did I miss something? What's going on?
It's like I don't like going to funerals and I don't like going to weddings, but I got a handwritten wedding invitation from somebody I sold a house to 2 years ago, and I can't get rid of it, and I finally RSVP'd for it. And I think I'm going Saturday because I can't get rid of it. I can't throw it away.
You can't say no to the handwriting.
It's on my fridge.
Oh, dude, same thing just happened. One of my good buddies just got married, and they did a handwritten wedding thing. It sat on my dresser for a month and a half. Totally forgot to RSVP for how many people are going and how many meals. And the bride goes, Greg, I need to know if you're going, if you're bringing someone. I am so sorry, Casey. Dude, here, just me. But it was the thing. It sat there and sat there and sat there and sat there because it was the thought that went into it.
Yeah.
And then I threw it away.
So, yeah. But back to it, I think it's just 1 a day. If you can't do 5, just do 1 a day too. There's 365 days a year.
That's a lot of cards, man.
A lot of cards.
That's a good point. 365 cards a year is nothing to sneeze at.
No, you'll get thank you letters for your thank you letters. I've gotten people writing me thank you letters for writing them a thank you letter. I'm like, huh? So I wrote them another thank you letter. I want to see how many times we could play ping pong with thank you letters.
And I like now that when you send a Starbucks card, you could send it to your account, so when they actually use it, you could see it being used, and then you could text them saying, hey, I hope you enjoy that coffee.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Matt, you should have known this.
Yeah, Matt.
Yes. I'm sorry. Hey, I like drinking Starbucks. I'm sorry I'm not up to date on all Starbucks related technology.
Well, you got to look at your account.
I'll do better. Yeah, exactly. All right.
Your Starbucks Training Academy is what we're going to send you to, Johnson.
Yeah, exactly. Starbucks University. All right, so let's take a quick step back, and there's a couple of things I want to mention on the site, and then I want David to tell everybody where people can send you referrals and stuff, and then we'll dive into the open houses. So if everybody goes, so first of all, if you're listening or watching this or whatever, subscribe on YouTube, get the videos, binge watch us there, and then if you want the audio version nestled right between your ears where we so belong, make sure to go to iTunes or Stitcher and subscribe
nestled.
there. I know it's been a while since we did that.
I know, it's nestled.
I know. Thanks, Greg.
I need a nice mic like that.
I know. He's like the voice of God when he gets close to that microphone.
Yes, my children, how can I help you?
Human being to have. But if you go over to our website, there's 2 things to point out. So it's McDanielRealEstateSystems.com. 2 things. One is Greg's favorite scripts. It's got all of his favorite stuff for lead follow-up, both for buyers and sellers, and then stuff for active clients like price modification scripts. Each one has a link to a video that we recorded where you can actually see and hear Greg role play through the script with me, and so you can hear the phrasing and the tonality and get it freaking right. That's free. So McDanielRealEstateSystems.com. Then we have our video training course all on farming, and it's not just farming, it's really prospecting. And so it's got literally all of Greg's best stuff. I literally sat down with Greg over the course of multiple weeks, and I squeezed his brain like an orange, and all the good stuff came out. And so everything from cold to warm to hot outbound prospecting, selecting your farm, whether geo farm, demographic farm, whatever, all the way to Like I got all of your best stuff on Zillow, how to run events for clients and for lead generation. I mean, we ran the gamut. It's like 8 hours of solid content, and it's $99 on the website. So go check all that stuff out.
We're adding more. We're gonna do a
have
revision with some more out of the box ideas for prospecting and marketing and branding and using more new techniques and tech stuff, guys. It's gonna be epic shit. Okay.
Keeps getting better.
Yeah.
So Jake, who do you have to shout out?
Dude, I got so many flipping people, bro. Here we go. Dan, Lee, Aaron, John, Sean, Roberta, Roseanne, Scott, Lucy, Lexi, Christina, Luke, Isaiah, Jason, Ashley, William, Anthony, Beverly, Bianca, Amy, Daniela, David, Sheb. Shit, I crushed that one. Let's see here. Jason. And then I just want to do a couple of quick shout outs to Sandy and Larry in Hawaii. You guys are amazing.
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys watching and listening and commenting. And like, I see your comments, and yeah, we really appreciate it, guys.
Then Sylvia, who I got to sit down and do the McDaniel challenge with. I got to have a call with Alan, dude. He was such a pimp. You know, Matt, he said he's learned more from our podcast than he's learned from any other training series from his broker or anywhere else, directly from what we're putting out. And that Sylvia said the same exact thing. Much love to Jamil and everybody over there at Cornerstone Realty. I got to meet with today. You guys are amazing. I'm more than blessed, and that I should probably stop there because the list can keep going on and on and on. But I do need to quickly reference this, Matt, and then we'll get back to our regular scheduled program. McDaniel Callahan, the challenge is booked out to, I think, the 13th, and I have 23 text messages I'm going to answer to get launched on that. And that's June of next year it's launched out to, guys. In Matt's eyes, holy shit.
You got 23 text messages from people to try to line up on the McDaniel challenge, and you're already booked in June of next year.
I think it's going to be booked through August, if not into September. You know, I just posted one on lead gen scripts and objections, and I'm just honored and blessed by all the people that reached out to me. So, guys, if you want to get an hour or two of free coaching, man, seriously, get your bitch ass off the fucking fence and start reaching out to me, because shit, you're going to be a 2018 kid if it comes up that way.
Yeah, pretty soon. All right, and then David, where do people contact you in order to send you referrals within 10 miles of your house and no more in Fort Worth?
Yeah. That's exactly right. It's Fort Worth. It's a big area. We cover all of Tarrant County, actually. It's one of the reasons I call my company Cities Real Estate, because there's 36 cities within our little area, all suburbs of each other.
36?
So, yeah. We stay out of two of them, but so.
Oh well, those two rascals. Yeah, we don't want to be anywhere with those guys.
That's right.
I mean, also Jenny, she came on our show. She sent me a thank you card. You're amazing, Chris.
Nice,
thanks for writing me a great card talking about what it's been helpful for. And this thing's like made out of straight up cardstock, man. Good shit. But thanks for the cards, guys. I love hearing from you.
Nice. All right. So let's. All right. So it's David. What's your email again, David?
It's David at citiesrealestate.com.
Okay.
Citiesrealestate.com.
David at citiesrealestate.com.
And they call the office at 817-797-9047.
Awesome. Okay, so let's now let's dive into the whole open house thing. So take us through what's just the first part of it in terms of like what's your goal and what's your overall strategy for getting as many people as you can and like packing them in. Like, are you trying to funnel everybody into a certain window of time, or are you only doing it on the first weekend? Like, give us just the overall view first.
Yeah, just the overall view. It's a week process for us. We start on Monday. It's a filter system. And it's a process of putting the house on the market in a certain criteria, certain time frame, so that we could maximize and have the content, the blog written, the press release, everything timed up to when we release it on MLS. And then we, I can't say this publicly, but we have the client block the showings until Saturday at the open house. We don't let anybody in the house until 1 o'clock.
No kidding. So why do you have the client book the showings? So they don't, and they're okay with that? They don't want it to go through you?
No, we block them.
Block.
But we can't block them as realtors in our MLS. So we always request that the seller not be ready.
Be the dick.
Yeah. So
like Jackal and Block is 300-pounder at the front door. Bitch, get out!
right.
Okay.
However you want to word that, but yeah, it's just it's a process of actually adding a lot of value to the client and not just sticking on MLS and just hoping and praying it sells. And
Gotcha.
plus it's going to give us leverage to get more listings from it and maximize the buyer traffic for it.
So it's a backlog. You're just creating that log jam. The people are just anticipating. Bam, you release them. They're shooting out of the gate like a bullet out of a gun, right? Just clamoring to get in the house. It's like Black Friday for real estate open houses, climbing over each other, beating up little kids to get into that master bedroom first. Take a look at the new sink.
Friday, I'm sure.
The last 9 months has just been crazy around here. So it's slowed down a little bit from August, September, but yeah, we had a good time this summer.
That's awesome, man. That's such a good idea.
So what's so walk us through the process in a little bit more detail. So you're saying it's kind of a week-long process. So how does that week start out? What are the first things on your checklist for open houses?
So we try to plan on the calendar. So if at the listing presentation, I let them know how we do it. So if it's it always falls after we get photos of the property. So we have to get the house staged if necessary, or just in line to be photoed. Photography.
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 And not only are we talking about real estate, but we are inventing new words.
Yeah. So
go to the Urban Dictionary immediately and log that in. Photography.
Right. That just launches the property. If we can make it look right, obviously everybody wants to do that. But so everything starts with the photos. We try to get those done on Monday, and then we'll start the social media and having a writer write about the house, like 400 to 500 words of content that links back to our website where the house is coming soon. And then come Thursday, we're going to list on MLS, and then the seller's going to prevent showings for 2.5 days, and then we're going to launch it on Saturday for the open house.
So you guys do a Saturday open house, not a Sunday open house, or do you a Saturday and Sunday?
Just Saturday.
And is that common in your marketplace, or is that just what you guys do?
Just what we do.
Really? And you haven't had pushback from the sellers at all going, well, everyone else is open on Sundays, I want to be open on Sundays?
No, it's all pre-framing. You tell them what works.
I love that answer, because everybody knows exactly what you tell them, And so you just say, this is how we operate our business, like it or don't like it.
Yeah.
Both leaving me. They're ditching me.
Yeah,
they're ditching.
Well, you're allowed, Greg. I mean, it's just the way it is.
No,
I'm good. So tell me a little bit about the social media angle. So what are you guys doing? Like, once those photographs are taken, what's the social media plan look like? And you've got that content writer that's writing content. Does that content go straight out on social media, or does it just live on your website and then the social media post link back to the content on your site?
That's right. We post very little information on once we list it on Facebook, it's gonna always link back to my website. Okay. Where there's going to be a lead funnel for them to register to get all the information.
Okay,
great.
So then I capture a database from that open house. So when it comes up, so Saturday morning, I could sky dial all those people and say, hey, don't forget about the open house that you registered for. It's going to be open from 1 to 2:30. Bring your kids. We'll have pizza and beer.
Really?
Not for the kids. No, but pizza, beer, and juice. And then that's, followed by door knocking and just inviting. I'm not concerned if there's a buyer coming to the house. I'm concerned the crowd that's to the house. Because if I get 1, 2, or 3 buyers in the door and I have 20 people in the door that are just looking within a time frame of 1 hour, they're not going to who's who, and it's going to be an incentive to make an offer right away.
Interesting. I like that idea. It makes so much flipping sense. Go to Costco, pick up, 3 pizzas at $10. It's $30. You got 3 big ass pizzas kicking it at the house. You pre-tell everybody and all your marketing, hey, got pizza. I don't know if we can do beer here, but hey, got pizza, water, and sodas. Come on by if you're hungry, if you want, or if you're looking to buy a house, whatever, right? Just get them in the door.
Well, back to that point, just to freeze you a little bit, it's not. We also have it made so that the agent just shows up to prospect. So I don't want them setting up the signs. I don't want them getting the pizza. They're staging the house, getting it ready for maybe 30 minutes, and then they're out the door knocking. So I have someone that shows up for $75 to set all that up for us.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah,
all the signs, lights are on, everything's done. The agent's out prospecting. The person's setting up for $75. They walk in at 1 o'clock. Whenever you start your open houses, bam, doors open, locks are released. and then welcome the party and let's make this happen.
Yeah, and if someone happens to come in that they want to go shopping for a house, that agent could lock that house up, leave, and then my stager's coming right behind them to clean it up.
At 4 o'clock.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing that, and we haven't had him on the show, but it's the real estate business that I'm a part of with Jeff Cohn. His success manager, Andy, talks a lot about that. Like when when he trains their agents on how to do an open house, they actively go for the person and try to get them into seeing another house that afternoon. Like literally, hey, stick around. I'm going to shut down the open house at 3 o'clock. Let's meet at this other house that I know, because he'll have like 3 or 4 listing sheets of other homes in the neighborhoods that are for sale that are similar. So if this house isn't perfect, hey, let's we've got these other houses for sale. I can actually show these to you. Let's meet over there at 3:30. And he just tries to turn every open house into an immediate showing with a potential buyer for later that day, which I've never heard really anybody do.
Yeah, and if your agents, they're picking up signs and cleaning up pizza, they're not going to be focused on converting.
No, but a lot of the people just think about it as a job, not as a business. And the way you're thinking about it as a business, this is a generation time frame. I mean, let someone come in for $10 an hour and clean all this shit up and lock the house up. Yeah. The only thing that I would, again, it's all about framing is what you're going to tell me as soon as I make this next comment. But I'm going to say, like, your seller is going to be like, well, I want someone licensed who's going to clean up the house. You'd be like, do you honestly care if someone's licensed, or do you just want someone to clean up the house? Honestly. Well, I have valuables in the house. Bitch, then take them out of the damn house.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, it's not that hard to do, but I mean, as long as you frame it and tell them, like, this is how it happens, all of a sudden they're like, okay, this is how it's going to happen.
Well, before the open house, we're telling them to, take their guns, pills, and valuables out of the house or lock them up, because we do a lot of open houses, and you do notice those people coming by just to stock the house and see what's in there. I actually have a fan following now. People come in to get the pizza afterwards. It's so insane.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Hey, were you giving the pizza away this time? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, you big mooch.
Yeah.
But you know what? We have the same things, and we have people like as you know, David, as you watch these people, you can tell the ones who are casing the house. And we've told a lot of our folks, hey, look, if there's anything valuable that can pick up and walk away on its own, like people can put it in his pockets or anything else, please take them in your car, take them away from the property. And we've had clients that didn't listen to us. We had one client that had his Rolex stolen that his dad gave him. We had another lady that had a brain tumor that had like $800 worth of like these massive like horse tranquilizer pills that she didn't take with her. They got stolen. So people, agents that you're listening to, I mean, make that a priority. I mean, like David does, protect your clients, give them every opportunity not to lose something. If they don't listen to you, look, that's not your fault. Yeah. But you've got to inform them of what's going on.
Yeah, when I was a young agent, someone called me up and said my Nintendo's missing. I was like, you're 35 years old, dude. Why do you need a damn it? Don't bother me about your Nintendo. We're selling your house.
My Nintendo's missing, and I'm deeply offended and hurt. You're like, bro, you live with your mom in your basement, don't you?
Oh, that's hilarious. Like, dude, man, I'm really sorry you can't play Duck Hunt before bed, and when you go to bed in your sheet.
Did you see paragraph 17? You got to have home insurance.
All right, so what's your goal for the number of like door knocks and postcards or promotional material that's going out to the area around the open house?
Anybody I could door knock within a 2-hour period.
Gotcha.
So
it's
for
a time blocking thing.
10:30
so what do you mean, maybe 50 doors, something like that? 50, 60 doors?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. Postcards, mailers, flyers, anything like that?
We do door hangers, and I've actually ran out. So thank you. I got to order. Appreciate it.
David had a McDaniel moment.
Yeah, but I love door hangers because if you do postcards, you stick them in the crevice or whatever. And I always,
right. Of course, you would laugh at that, Greg, because you are a 15-year-old boy. Oh my God.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh my God.
And what I've seen that works is the you're invited to the open house.
Okay.
So it gets people there.
Yeah, okay. I do the same thing for door knocking. That's the simple, easiest way to do is like, because when you're door knocking, like, hey, Mr. Jones, my name's, Greg. I have an open house on 123 Main Street today. I just coming by this. I just want to invite you to an open house. The door is going to close. Open right back up. Like invite. Yeah, there's pizza, beer, soda. I mean, come on, get a free lunch and be a nosy neighbor. We encourage it. Take photos. No, don't take photos. I'm kidding. But come on by.
during baseball or football season, we got the game plan. Come on.
Oh God, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good idea.
Matt, you know what? I figured out how I can watch football with my ADHD and dyslexia and actually enjoy football. I don't know what it is when you have like the 2, 4, 6 different games constantly going and rotating through all the highlights of the games. That's magic. Yeah. It's magic. I love this stuff. I can watch football now, Matt. So yeah.
I know. I was very surprised when we hung out in Charleston a few weeks back. We actually went to a sports bar establishment, and you sat at the bar and you watched football with me for like 3 hours. I was shocked.
Because they had booze.
There was like 4 TVs in front of us playing 3 different games or whatever it was. So I now I get it. Now I understand why you're able to sit through it.
And now there's also like 20 different beers and a myriad of liquors. And so yeah, I had multiple things to keep me occupied. Game sucks. Shut.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
And women.
And women.
Oh my God. Okay. So we're doing door knocking. Doing social media, you've got a content writer that's literally writing up a story or a press release almost about the house. That lives on your site. Everything drives back to your site. Then there's a forced registration. You capture all that information, goes into a specific database or a section of your database that's tagged or segmented or whatever as coming from that specific house. By the way, let's go into that a little bit. On the back end, what's that mechanism that's tagging them so that you can say, hey, I want all the people that register to see this house?
I go through I have Real Estate Webmaster's website. So when actually they come to the website, it tracks what they view, and it's always the house that we're marketing. So I know it came through that portal, but also I have for marketing phone numbers, like if something posted on Facebook or YouTube, I know that they're calling in from that marketing pillar.
Interesting. So you're tracking and quantifying everything that you're doing, so you can actually maximize or double down or eliminate anything that's not working or tweak it to get a better return.
Right.
Okay. Excellent.
Very, very, very cool. Okay, so so the writer who's writing up the content for you, where are they getting the source material for what they're doing for you, and how did you find and hire that person?
I actually sold both of them a house.
All right.
That I used, and I was like, hey, you're a writer. I need a writer. You should write for me if you've got some free time. And I just talked to another lady that I'm going to probably hire too, so I have three people, but yeah, I'll send them the photos of the house now. If it's a more expensive home, I'll schedule appointments so they can meet the seller, and they could actually walk the property.
Nice.
Or they're going to see my Facebook Live. I'm going to walk through with a video that I'll send them. Nice. Or they'll just see the photos, and they can pretty much write what I need from the photos. And a quick interview with whoever the lead agent on the deal is, whoever got the listing.
Okay. That's really good. It's very simple. You don't have to, you're not overthinking it. You're making it very, if you find the right writer, then they're going to be able to be intuitive enough to pick all that stuff up and be able to write a decent, article for you without you having to sit out there and write a whole narrative and like, okay, so this is what this is that. And like, I mean, you might as well just write the damn thing at that point.
And then what I say, I try to own the authority of the address online. So everything is dominated by the address, or the keywords of the address, city, or the subdivision city, and then the agent name, Dave Pannell or Cities Real Estate. Okay. So everything is funneled back to us through all the repurpose of the marketing or content that we post online that filters to the open house.
Do you guys set up a specific, maybe not a property website, but a property URL?
No.
No, nothing like that? Okay.
No, it's too much time. I guess we do. We have a featured property site or a coming soon page, but as soon as it goes on MLS, that is deleted, and everything's filtered back to the MLS page after that, the IDX page.
Okay. So cool. So I know coming soon is a big, controversial topic, and we've had Marty Hampton on the show, and she actually has a coming soon product and service, for lack of a better term. Like she does something very similar, and she's actually opened up her service to other agents, especially even in her own market, to host their homes on her coming soon website. Nice. To almost build up like an inventory of off-market or coming soon properties, which then is used as a huge value add to her clients and especially to the buyers that her team works with.
Good idea.
Yeah, it's not bad, right? I like the perspective. And have you gotten flack from people in your market for marketing agent, like marketing them as coming soon or whatever, having that section on your website and starting to do like social media advertising for a home that isn't even technically on the MLS yet?
There's always crybabies on the playfield.
Great response. I love it.
Oh,
It's always
perfect.
crybabies on the playing field. All right. Good.
Yeah.
So you ignore them,
mean,
you ignore the
yeah.
haters, and do it anyway.
Yeah, it's my listing. I'll do whatever I want with it, as long as it's legal.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, I mean, it's for the seller's benefit, the value. That's what we're doing this for.
That's
It's
that's
not.
what I
I'm
think.
not trying to please 14,000 agents. If they
No.
want to, if they want to do listings, hire the coaches I did and do what I had to do. Pay the $100,000 or so I put into this crap.
You're gonna do what you want to do because this is what's working for you. Everyone else can go fuck off.
That's right.
You know, stop bitching and moaning and start getting out there and hustling like you did. You know, that's a unique thing.
You're gonna turn your license in and go work for Walmart, so it don't matter.
Hi, welcome to Walmart. I love you. Hi,
Yeah.
welcome to Walmart. I love you.
Oh
My dad actually
God.
wants to travel the country and he fully retires and he honestly wants to be a greeter at Walmart. Like he wants to sit there and tell everybody that he loves them.
I
And I'm
told-
like,
Dude, nobody would get past the entrance. Your dad
No.
would have a crowd of people around just
would.
talking to him.
they would.
I've been trying to hire this old man as my greeter for my open houses. He's at Walmart right now. I bet
Oh my God.
be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
Welcome to the open house. I love you.
Would you like a buggy?
Yeah.
Fill your card up with this house.
Oh my God.
God, that's
Not the
awesome.
valuables. Not the valuables.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. All right. So tell me a little bit about on the Facebook end of things. Are you running like targeted Facebook ads to a specific area to try to boost more traffic
Absolutely.
into that house?
Yeah.
Okay. What are you running on the selects on the back end when you go to run your Facebook ads? Are you drilling down demographically? You're drilling down just by like zip code, area, neighborhood, that sort of thing?
And just keep it real simple. I do sponsored ads and I do the what do you call it?
I know it's a good one. It's in here somewhere. I know it's something. It's awesome.
The
Posted
boost,
Facebook
the boost
Live?
ads, the boost
Posted-
ads.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
You could do more specific with the sponsored ads, obviously, but the boost, I try to keep it for like Keller, Texas. It's the biggest city in North Fort Worth, or it's one of them. But I try to keep like a hub, and then I market to people within the age group of the demographics that I think will buy that house.
Yeah.
So if it's 30 to 40 years old, and then I only market to women and grandmas.
Is that a
Really?
dating thing or is that just a real estate thing?
Yeah. I try to get all the single ladies in my house when I.
Playing Beyonce, all the single ladies, all the single ladies.
Yeah.
You're not dancing to that as a theme song as they cruise through.
Y'all gotta get me some dates from this thing.
We make no promises.
I'm
Oh,
not your
As
sugar
everyone on
daddy.
Facebook, our audience skews heavily male for I can't imagine what reason, Greg.
Girls don't stick around because I put them on the phones.
All right,
like-
so that's interesting though. So you're marketing to the people that are most likely to be hanging out online, looking at homes, and are driving the
That's right.
decision of whether to go to the open house. Essentially,
And I spend more money on Friday than I do any other day.
You're
So
like,
I did about $50, and then I up it about. I watch Fridays, and I seem to get more traffic and more likes on Fridays. Weird.
Really? Did you increase the spend or is it just the people have free time and they're sitting at their office at 3 p.m. going, shit, I want this day to be over with. And they're like, flip, 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 flip.
Yeah,
We're gonna suffer.
I just watched a webinar on it about a couple months ago, and I kind of changed my. I've been playing with it and testing it and see what would bring the most traffic in and the most shares and likes or whatever to get more attention and influencing online.
Okay, so if you would you mind just breaking that down and just maybe a few of your tips and tricks that have gotten that increase, just so people can put it out there and maybe share with you. They can reach out to you at the end of the show when they get done watching it, and they can reach out and say, "Hey, and David, I love what you did here. This is my take on it. This is what I did. This is my return." Maybe you can collaborate with a few other kick-ass agents.
Well, I used to do like I've gone from spending $300, $500, and now it's down to $100. And I spend a little bit on Thursdays, but maximum I spend probably $75 on Fridays. And it just filters everybody to the link on my website if they're interested in the house, or if they're going to buy or sell a house in the future. I at least capture their information.
Interesting. Okay.
Build a database of, I call it my C team, from that. I'm not expecting business from them, but I'm going to influence business from that over the next 3-4 years.
So you're filling your pipeline.
Yeah.
Right. Correct.
That's
More importantly, looking for what connectors, influencers, whatever you want to call them, but people that are kind of
Yeah.
sharing your stuff online
Yeah.
with people that might do something with you.
And if you're doing as much social stuff that we're doing, or just the content and giving good content, people are going to always keep you top of mind.
They are, an idea, and I'm just throwing this out there. One of the things that I'm going to start to do quite a bit, David, is I go to a site called realtytimes.com, and they have buyer, seller, mortgage, homeowner advice, HOA, and rental advice. There's little articles in there. Since you guys are doing a lot of your Facebook Lives and your videos and stuff, it's like a page and a half little article. They're super easy reads, even for dyslexics like me. And it might be some additional value add that you can start building up a library, and you talk to all these buyers that are coming through, and you can go, you and your team can do, I don't know, between now and the next one, each do like, I don't know, 3 or 4 videos about different buyer needs or wants. And you can refer all of them back to that page,
Nice.
For more value content, more lead gen, more sticky. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. What was it again?
Realty. So REALTY times.com.
Okay.
Realtytimes.com. Information aggregator. Just go on up to the it says consumer advice. So drop down, just bring your mouse over it, and you'll get all kinds of cool stuff. But there are a lot of other articles and other cool stuff in there. Just take a look at it.
That's awesome, man. Appreciate it.
Sure, man. For sure.
What else are you guys putting out there in terms of content? I'm just curious. So just kind of stepping outside the whole open house conversation a little bit. What other things are you putting out there to just keep yourself top of mind and give you content for social media?
Well, it's when you go through this process twice a week and you're listing. Up until last week, I had 3 agents. It's not a big team, but if we're listing 52 homes, we listed 52 homes this year. So you do that once a week or every 2 listings a week. You're generally just going to generate traffic by the activity of posting things online.
Gotcha.
People always going to see your stuff, and then, it's just you're always in front of them. And then when they go to sell, they're like, Dave Pannell's my man. He's always selling shit.
Gotcha. So this is so you're using, essentially you're spinning off the daily work of the business, spinning that into content. You're not even worrying about it like extra content.
No.
You're just able to just leverage what you're already doing, put it out online, and then that's that good enough, essentially.
For now, yeah, but I want to get to 300 sales, so obviously I got to do more generation and more converting and more,
Right, but what you're doing, hopefully people are grasping from this show, this show with you, is that you're not, like Matt said, you're not doing additional work. You're just leveraging your time. If you're out doing something, you're going to leverage that. You're doing high tech and you're doing high touch. You're out doing door knocking, but you're also out doing Periscope, Facebook Live, whatever else that you're doing, and you're talking to people, not just the people hyper local, but you're talking to people, all around the globe, or people that are spread out all over the country that might be the right fit, both agents and and consumers, because your ultimate goal at the end of the day, look, you want to do lead generation for additional clients, but your fiduciary is to sell that property in the shortest amount of time, which then, your reputation will precede you in the neighborhood that you can get it done. Right. That was a lot of words in a short amount of time.
Damn. I didn't know I was doing that. That's awesome.
I didn't even know it was this good. Right. All right.
So, David, what's we talk a lot about, at the top of the show, I mentioned like the whole theme of the show is about freedom and stuff like that. And so what's your end goal? Like what's the type of business that you're building towards, and what's the lifestyle that you want to get out of real estate?
It goes back to consistency and system. So if I could develop what I'm doing daily and I could turn that over to a lead agent, a buyer's agent, or a listing agent in the future, we could always look the same, and I could be in Cabo.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. My ties are beautiful year round. Doesn't have to be just during the holiday.
And it's all about our slogan for our company is presentation matters, and it's coming to that storytelling, that presentation, that they're always seeing the same activity, no matter where you're at, what you're doing. God, David's busy, or Chad's busy, or whoever the team members are.
No, and it's very, very true, because like what we've talked about before in this conversation is the fact that people only know what you tell them. So once you're telling them a consistent story that you're a hardworking, honest, stand-up guy who's got a great team that's professional and delivers quality results in an exceptional amount of time, well, they're not going to think, well, Dave's a slacker, he's always in Cabo. They're going to think, dude, this guy's a hustler, and I want someone who's high tech, high touch, and is going to do the above and beyond for me and my family. Yeah, that's the storyline you're telling them. Or
here's my check sheet. I printed off, but my title is social proof is leverage. So if it's not on Facebook, it didn't happen. I guess that's the thing.
That's a great phrase.
Nowadays, if it's not on YouTube, whatever, it's social proof that it's your leverage in this business.
Mm-hmm.
And
absolutely,
that's the attractive marketing model that I was probably working for the first 6 years as a buyer's agent in this business, running around just helping buyers, and then I decided I need to get into listings. That seems to be the thing. But
yeah, listings are life, and that's the old adage to it. But
right.
for me, I'm not a big fan of listings personally. I know I have to do them. It's like taking pills. You don't want to take the pills because they suck. But you know what? You have to do it to stay alive. I love buyers, man. I can't wait to go out and show buyers. I mean, I get out of the house, I get out of the office, get to go run around with them. I get to go leverage different areas. I can do Facebook Lives in different neighborhoods, talk about it when I'm waiting for my clients, get there a little bit early, showcase the property. It's leveraging all these different things. But listings are critical because when you're not there, that sign is that people can see your name, seeing your name, seeing your name, seeing your name. But if you guys are getting into the business, don't worry about listing a house. Worry about getting a deal done. So listen what David's doing, guys. Go leverage what he's doing. Get an open house and crush it using his method. You guys are going to pick up buyers, and cash is king, homeboy. At the end of the day, that's what you want. A buyer's bills are as green as the seller's bills.
And you know what? You don't need Zillow you don't need paid leads when you do it this way. You really don't. I don't pay for.
You don't even need your own listings.
My total, I'd love to increase. I'm trying to get to 100 deals on the team. I mean, that's my goal. I'm not smashing it yet, but I'm almost there. But I'm spending $2,500 a month.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And that'd be amazing for you to do that. I mean, for $2,500 a month, and you're doing a really good job now. I mean. Yeah. We should get together and we can talk about doing open houses and how that can generate, if you're a buyer's agent, how to do open houses and how they can generate listing leads off of those by talking about what you're doing, like doing the handwritten thank you cards, logging them in through open house or forgot the name of that damn site.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're just absolutely crushing it, man. I'm just super pumped that you're sharing some of the goodness, and the people that are watching now, we're blessed to have you, but the people that are going to watch it in the future, you guys are going to be able to take these systems and put them into place and start emulating someone like David, who has taken something and made it tremendously effective for him just by thinking with a business mind versus an employee's mindset of like, oh, I got to do an open house. No, you're going to take it and make it an exciting, an event that you're gonna, people are gonna be drawn to, not that you get to push them to the open house.
And we have plenty of, like you said, hyper local leads where they've been searching for houses, and they've been on the website for, they say a lead on the website is 18 months until it convert to a buy, but most of the leads that we're generating are within a 90-day time frame.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they're looking at the open houses.
Yeah.
They already know the subdivisions they want. Of course, when you call them, they do majority, probably I'd say 40% have an agent. But, you follow up enough, you may be able to use it.
Yeah.
So here's a script that I use. David, I'm sure you're using it, but it's something I want to share with everybody right now. When I get them into the house, I ask them a question, and I'm able to quantify 3 different things right off the bat, so I know who to spend my time with at open houses and who not to. So I say, David, I'm going to do this one. Hi, my name is Greg, and welcome to the open house. And Matt's going to say, hi, my name is Matt. This is my wife, Julie, and my 3 obese wood denting babies. And as they lumber through like oxen, on a mad chase.
Like Jumanji, essentially. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Jumanji, but through an open house. Oh, da, 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 da. Anyway, so they come in. I'm going to say, Matt, Julie, I'm really glad that you guys are here. I wanted to just quickly ask you a couple of real quick questions. How'd you find us today, guys? Was it the signs? Was it the web? Or did your agent send you? I'm able to identify and see, is online working? Are the signs working? And or are they going to be working with an agent? Because if they're working with an agent, I want to be respectful of their time, and I don't want to be respectful of the other agent. I don't want to be poaching on another person's clients, and I don't want to sit there and try to get business from somebody that ultimately, at the end of the day, if I'm letting, since David has 90 people coming through his open house, letting another 70 go by me that could have been my clients, when they're at the end of the day like, oh yeah, no, I'm working with Greg McDaniel. He's a super awesome guy. I'm like, fuck.
Did you know he's out of state? No, I'm just kidding.
Like, really? You're working with that guy? He's like 1,000 miles away. What's the matter with you?
I mean, I'm right here. Right? I'm available.
I love that. You didn't miss a beat. You're like, he's out of state, right?
All right, David. So remind everybody how they can get a hold of you and send you referrals in the Fort Worth. And you said Tanner County, right?
Tarrant County.
All right.
And we're going to get it right. In Fort, you have to say Fort Worth.
I can't do it. I can't.
Fort
I lived
Worth?
in Baton Rouge for 2 years. I never did pick up a Southern accent. I just can't do
They
it.
say I say it too fast, but it's Fort Worth, and we
Fort
are
Worth.
hiring buyers agents, so we got plenty of leads. So if you're in the Fort Worth area and you want to work with the more active broker, come on, call me.
Yeah, my actually my brother, a little anecdote here. My brother and sister went to Texas Christian, so I was down there and enjoying. Been down there to went partied up at Ado's downtown.
Nice.
Yeah, place is a lot of fun, man. It's a great part of the country.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. All right, so that's citiesrealestate.com. You can get all of David's contact info there, or you just email him at david@citiesrealestate.com.
Cool.
And then, Greg, what's the so we talked about a little bit about the McDaniel Challenge, so we don't want to go too in depth. We talked about the free coaching and stuff, but how do people reach you to schedule that before they end up getting booked for like 2018?
That's actually no joke. As much as I think it is, it's no joke. Guys, McDaniel Challenge is a 1 to 2 hour free coaching session, capital FREE coaching session. I charge nothing. There are no strings or false floors that are going to drop out from underneath you at the very end of our call. I'm like, bitch, I got you. Now pay me. No, it's not going to be anything like that. It's anything that's going to stop you, blocking you, hindering, that's going to keep you from getting to where you want to be. I talk mindset, systems, prospecting, follow-up, teams. I mean, anything that you want to have on your mind, dude, let's get on the call. We're going to have a couple of cocktails, enjoy, getting to know each other and have a lot of laughs. A lot of the people I talk with, we laugh our asses off on the calls. And then, that's it. I mean, if you guys think that you guys are on the fence and you might not be the right person, you're the right person. Okay. So get a hold of me. Guys, my private cell phone. Yes, it is here. And it does work. It lights up. It's incredible. It's 925-915-1978 is my cell phone. But guys, honestly, the best way to either text me on that or, follow me on Facebook and, message me on Facebook. I can get back to you very, very quickly. I have I think 26 voice text messages at this point, Matt, that I need to get back to in the challenge. So guys, please do not wait. I want to talk to you. I want to help you. I love you guys beyond belief. That's why Matt and I do the show. I want to see you succeed so that you can live the life that you value, then the life that you deserve. So please, guys, get a hold of me, man. Shit. I mean, where else are you getting free coaching? And I'm not Gandhi. I'm not going to change the world by doing this shit. I'm just a guy that happened to been around real estate for my entire life, and I know a few things that might be able to help you. So get your ass on the damn phone.
That's right.
Text or call them. Okay. So with that said, make sure to also subscribe on YouTube, iTunes, or Stitcher, depending on whether you want the video or audio. Follow us across all platforms. For the most part, Greg, is best to follow you on Facebook. Do not friend. Do not friend request. You will be denied because Facebook is a dick and doesn't let him have more than 5,000 friends. So follow Greg on Facebook. You can still friend request me or follow me on Facebook. Either way, I am pursuing results on Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat. Also,
you guys go to Lead Gen Scripts and Objections private Facebook page. Again, that's Lead Gen Scripts and Objections private Facebook page. Sign up. You can watch yours truly, moi, do live prospecting calls around just sold and other circle prospecting, so you can see my tonnage, my scripts, how I handle things. It's going to make it a lot easier for you guys. So, go do it, guys. It's a great site. You can ask a lot of questions. You can network with nearly 28,000 agents. By the time you hear this, I'll probably be near 30 or more. So help us grow it, guys. Go sign up.
Awesome. And I'll post my open house link to their site, too, their file.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Sweet.
All right. No better reason than to go check that out. Go join the group. All right, guys. So we got Lee Barrison on Friday, who is, man, he's been kind of he pays attention to our podcast. He's been a fan of the show. He's been to Jeff Cohn's workshop, and just an all-around awesome guy. We're going to talk to him on Friday about how he went from doing essentially no business to, I think, 20 listings in something like 6 months or some ridiculously low amount of time like that. He's really turned things around and took his business off, and now he's got a whole team, and we're going to talk about how he's built that and all kinds of good stuff. So that's Friday. So until then, guys, we appreciate you watching. We appreciate you listening. We love you guys, and we will talk to you on the next one.
Yeah, guys. See you then.
Thanks.